Hey, my name is Laura Joy. Um, I guess I should probably put a trigger warning in this. I'm going to be talking about depression and anxiety and possibly aggression. And it's a very tricky subject to work through, but everyone has to do it. It's very important to think about it. So right now, I mean, obviously, right now I think I'm talking in a pretty cocky tone because that I really shouldn't be using, because I'm not currently working right now because I have to take care of my daughter who's just born. And if I were at my job, I would not want to be as open about things because I would be scared to lose my job constantly. But since I'm not there, I don't feel as close to that. But people at my job are humans too, and I know they're not friends, but they still need to know things, and I care about that. Okay, so I am a girl, and I grew up homeschooled. I grew up a Christian, and my parents raised me pretty well. I really appreciate everything they've taught me. It's irreplaceable, and nobody else is going to do that. And they did the best that they could. They tried to make the best decisions. I don't necessarily agree with all the decisions they made, but they did try to make the best decisions when I was with them. Obviously they're still alive, and they're still have kids and stuff living with them, so it's not like it's something I can necessarily say, oh, this is just in the past. For me it is, but for them it's not, So I want to be careful about what I say because I love my parents, and they're really not that bad people. How do you work through that grammar? So I had confidence issues growing up because I did not have friends. Why are you barking? Hi. Hey, you go outside? No. No goes on. Okay? What's okay? Hey, down. So there's some personality things that I have that are kind of consistent with some things people are diagnosed with that are make them have this certain disease. This they can't relate to people and stuff. I know where it comes from. Like, it comes from isolation. And that's something that people do to them. It's not something that they just are born with. Literally, it happens to everyone that goes through extreme isolation. So, growing up, all throughout high school, I did not have anybody to talk to, and I would go and just like sit in the bathroom and just cry all day because of fighting with my parents about stupid little things. And no, they've got a quiet policy in our apartments. So Jackson, stop looking there. Don't even go there. No. Okay. I cannot really be a nice person right now. No. I told you we're going. And I don't break my word, okay? We literally just took them out like an hour ago. But that's what dogs are like. That's what animals are like. They just always need to go out. I'm like with her, I pretty much need to feed her every 5 minutes for about 5 to 10 hours of the daytime. And she wakes me up early in the morning, and I stay up till like I think I stayed up till 6:30 this morning, and then we woke up at 9, I think. I don't remember. Okay, that's a side issue. So all throughout high school, I just I didn't have any friends, and you know, I found confidence in like doing things I love to do, improving on my skills, which is what I needed to do, and I still need to do. But like the only people in my life that I don't even know if they're people are people on the radio. Like I said that in the last video, like they're just I had to learn things just from walking outside and looking at someone and how they were. That's how I learn things, is I take the words I have known from you know, I've done some schoolwork, but I was very lazy about it, and I didn't do as much as I should have, and if I did, I would be in a much better place. But you know, I think someone can always start again. So how I learned is looking at someone and remembering how they handled a situation. And that has helped me with learning music a bit, is listening to other singers and other people, how they talk, how people sing, where they put the pauses, how what state of energy are they in, and why are they in that state of energy. Because I started reading the Bible, and there's a verse in the Bible that made me reevaluate how I do things, which honestly I always read the Bible, and just it's a different, like I have to re-go over how I approach situations, because there's very good advice in the Bible. Stuff like some verses in Proverbs really help out with writing a budget, like knowing how to handle financial situations. And the backside of that is that it's pretty much an attitude issue, and I think everybody knows that, but we just choose to ignore that. It's like I have to have self-control. Nobody else is gonna have self-control for me. And now with reading the Bible, it's hard for some people to read the Bible because like God refers to mankind, women and man, as all men. It refers to them with the word men, which can make it a bit confusing for someone to sift through their identity a little bit, and make people think 100% with verses in the Bible backing it up that they're gay, because like women are men. So yeah, and then like men being women is more like realizing that they have that character that they can adapt to and relate to in a close way that is they think is more cohesive with what they want to project to others. The outlook on life they want to give off to people, and they would have very good reasons for doing that, such as like I've been looking up a bunch of videos on YouTube about different criminal cases, like murder cases. Pretty much all the cases are murder cases, unfortunately. And yeah, I don't even want to talk about that right now. It's like, it's not really something I can talk about. But people get gender identity confused because it's literally in the Bible God referring to women as mankind, and he's like telling us things in the Bible that we're reading and is saying this for men, and it doesn't make sense that it would only be for men, because why are women left out of it? And it's very hurtful. But the thing is, I've learned in life that as a woman, I go through so much emotional abuse, physical pain, trauma, and just like not being able to understand things to the extent that I need to where I'm in a survivalist mode, that if I don't tell myself, okay, I'm not gonna be weaker than a man, I'm not going to tell myself I am less important, unable to have as great of an effect as a man, because men literally don't want to, and they need to, and they don't do it unless somebody else is doing it, because a lot of guys just follow what everyone else does because they don't want to do that work. It's, if I don't tell myself I'm kind of a man right now, then I don't get through it. I can't cope with it. That doesn't mean I am actually a man. Like, physically, I'm not. And truly, I don't want to be. I want to enjoy things that a girl enjoys. And, you know, guys have things that they enjoy about life in a way that only a guy can, but if I try to make myself a guy, I'm missing that relation of I was born like this, and this is how it's supposed to be. I'm always gonna be thinking, questioning whether it's true or not. And I'm not satisfied with just like constantly questioning everything. So I want to live out life as the person I am, truly, without lying to myself. That's so important to me. Obviously, I cannot convince everyone to not just be non-bisexual or non-transgender. Like, stop believing that there's more than two genders. Like, I can't convince people not be in love with aliens or stuff like that. But you know, I think it's important that people have that thought of like, if someone can love an alien, that's important, because there's some people that feel like an alien because they don't look like a normal human, and it's terrifying, and they need someone to love them. That's important, but literally calling it science and saying there's aliens on another planet when we haven't even been able to find water on another planet as long as we've been looking. And you know, there is that planet they found, Titan. I don't know very much about it, but I've been thinking about this. If we, like, God made the world and he put a man and a woman in it, and a man and a woman reproduce and have kids. There's no Bible verse in there saying that. God made it so that a woman can have kids after the fall. Like, no, he already made a woman from Adam's rib. Like, he didn't change that. It was already gonna happen. So if the earth didn't physically expand, like, what was gonna happen? Were we gonna just go and just fill up the entire world and not and like be living in space now, floating in the air. That doesn't make sense. Of course, there would be no sin, so it wouldn't really be dangerous. I don't know if it would be cold or not, or if we could just adapt to it. But obviously we were probably supposed to go to other planets and populate other planets eventually. But I think that's not an option as much anymore, because we decided that we didn't want that life. So now if we're going to do that, we have to figure out how to defeat death, which that's what Jesus did. But people don't want to believe in Jesus. So how are you going to defeat death if you don't believe in what defeated death? Okay. So, think about confidence. I really think it starts with learning how to speak well. If someone doesn't know how to speak well, it's hard to be confident. It's very hard. Like, part of it is I need to get my point across. I need somebody to hear me. And no one's gonna hear somebody who they can't hear. But the thing is, I've learned sometimes I will say something very clearly, very loudly, and the person just doesn't hear it because they're not paying attention, or they have very bad hearing, and it's a medical issue. The not paying attention part is an attitude issue, but the not actually physically hearing is a medical issue. I do admit sometimes I talk very quietly, and that's why even singers have microphones, because back in the day, opera singers probably practiced for many years before they actually started singing in front of the public. And opera singers were the ones who, actors, they had to be very loud to reach to the person at the back of the crowd. That's one thing they'll say in choir is, project your voice. Try to, or choir or improv class, like project your voice. Try to reach the person at the back of the audience. I like to envision my voice bouncing off the corners, bouncing off the walls, the back wall, and then the side wall, and then the ceiling and the floor, because it always has to go to those places. It doesn't just go in a line, it goes everywhere, like light. How many minutes? Okay, we're 23. Usually stops at 30. Okay. It's not easy to be assured that I can get a job done. There's another Bible verse that is like, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's in Philippians 4:13. And that verse has gotten me through so many different situations that would have turned out very badly if I didn't tell myself, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it completely, and I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it with all of my heart, because I love God with all of my heart. So if, when I have a crush, I want to love that person with all of my heart, and I want to show it through that action. So I apply that to loving God, and that my love is not just saying I love you. My love is showing it through what I do. And if I say I'm gonna do something, it may not happen right away, but I'm gonna do it. If I'm able to, and if I'm still alive and I haven't done it, I should do it. But if I don't have access to it, then maybe I shouldn't have done it, Because, we can say so many things. But whether or not we do it is up to God. And I firmly believe that. I don't even know where I'm looking. Because the camera's over here, but I'm looking over there. Okay. So I've just been hurt so many times and being told like I don't matter, and it's something that I tell myself because it's how I interpret my circumstance and the storyline that is happening in my life, because I want there to be a storyline. That is kind of where it started. Is I was looking for a storyline, and I wanted the story to go a certain way, and it didn't. The storyline, usually for the main character, they're supposed to be provided for, that's the goal, is to be provided for. But what happens in stories, the main character isn't provided for through the entire journey. They have to rise up to the challenge. They have to go through the challenge by themselves, and the story is about them learning how to take care of that problem themselves. That problem could be letting somebody else take care of the upfront problem, but with the main character, their problem is dealing with themselves always. It's just so complicated, and I don't want to take away from anyone their life experience and how they interpret the world, or the knowledge you're going to learn from not knowing something, and then you learn something that you see, and you tell people, you tell the people you care about, you tell the people you don't care about this knowledge that you have that can save somebody's life. And I firmly believe anything somebody learns can save somebody's life, no matter how stupid it seems. Okay. like even if it's knowing what a chicken is. Like, for one, chicken is really good if it's salted and not overcooked. And then another thing, chickens have like these big feathers, and then there's these hilarious chickens that have like, they have this long neck and then this head that's completely engulfed in short little feathers in in a ball shape, and I don't understand. Like, it's a Dr. Seuss character almost, but it's a chicken and it's alive and it's very annoyingly squawking at me. And it wants food and water. You know, those ones I've seen, they're like speckled white and black, you know. I don't remember what color their feet are. It's like chickens' feet can be like black, white, yellow, kind of like an orangish reddish color. Yeah, another thing is like chickens, they have these humongous spurs on the back that are like giant, and the cockerels will go up to another cockerel when there's a female around and they want to mate with her, or even if there's not a female around, they just want to fight with another cockerel chicken. So they go up and they fight, and they just have this big old showdown of dominance and literally try to kill the other chicken, and it just ends up that they use their spurs to attack the other chicken, and that's why we get the spurs off. I'm sorry, I'm just remembering them like fighting, and it's like they're very loud and make lots of sound about it. It's actually pretty morbid, some things that animals do. So, like, I wanted to say something, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm just trying to push it along. Okay. But I believe that you can make a difference in the world, and I believe that your voice matters in all contexts. What you think of everything matters, and you know, you don't necessarily have to voice it for it to matter, but it still matters, and you know, it's awesome. Anyways,